Anyway, let's have a little look here. What have we got? We have got Cronkite Satellite. That must be the name of the band. And it's Down in Heaven. Let's have a listen.
And I'm cool with that. Rather than moving up ranks, I'd rather bust out tracks. I need to build a wall between me and right now. Gotta navigate this mess somehow. I don't get high, I get slanted. Never landed, feeling enchanted. Taking nothing for granted. Tell me again what it is that I did. Here's a sedative, y'all's too sensitive. I don't wanna ruin your Friday night, but I might say something you don't like. Then we fight pretending we're down in heaven instead of upsetting you and begging to be forgiven. I don't wanna ruin your Friday night, but I might say something you don't like. Then we fight pretending we're down in heaven instead of upsetting you and begging to be forgiven. Boom, a scream lost in the darkness. Who started this? Hate the road that leads to bliss. I swear to God, one of these shots ain't gonna miss, and no one's gonna sleep until the city streets are madness. Sounding cynical, past the point that's critical. Praying for a flood that's biblical to make our planet livable. Ain't got no heart to attack, and my soul is a black hole full of, oh no, a radioactive burst. Put you in a hearse, cover you in dirt. Could be worse, wouldn't be the first. Dying of thirst with a curse, a burst. Stealing money from your mama's purse. Humans are the worst. Some call me arrogant, some call me humble. When no one's in the audience, I drink till I see double. Two can play at this game, and the devil makes twice. My vice is to make you think twice. I don't wanna ruin your Friday night, but I might say something you don't like. Then we fight pretending we're down in heaven instead of upsetting you and begging to be forgiven. I don't wanna ruin your Friday night, but I might say something you don't like. Then we fight pretending we're down in heaven instead of upsetting you and begging to be forgiven.
That was Down in Heaven, the name of the track there, and that was Cronkite Satellite. Now, I've just received a message telling me that Cronkite Satellite is a Dutch guy living in Singapore and is called Slo-Mo. Slo-Mo or maybe Simon? Not sure. He's normally a looper, but he's branched out recently and is into doing this form of rap. Griff.
Yes, indeed. I quite like that. There was a strange bit of, I think it was like some kind of moog or something, and it was feeding or doing something strange to my headphones the first 2 or 3 seconds. On the track itself, it sounded like it was a crackle. But I quite like that. I thought it was quite hard. I quite like the rap. It was certainly a bit different. I enjoyed that.
Okay, and Barry?
I have to disagree. I really didn't enjoy it. When it got to about the 3rd or 4th line and there was just such a monotone about the whole thing, it just completely lost me. And the rap was going on and on and on and like this. And there was no personality in it. I think if you're going to do a rap like that, it's got to have some kind of something a little bit different, something to lift you up. And it just made me sort of feel like, my head would drop. And then the chorus came and I thought, oh, okay, here we go. It's going to be like Falco and Amadeus, 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 big tuneful chorus. And there was no tune in it whatsoever. And it just completely let me down even further. So I'm sorry, this song just completely lets me down from beginning to end. Sorry.
Okay. Steve Lillywhite.
Yeah, it needed the big, records are all about sort of you pull the arrow back and then you let it go. You have the tension and the release. And what's great about Amadeus and what really worked is that you had the tension building of pulling the bow back, and then you got the big thing. This song, it didn't release. It didn't have that great moment where you all put your hands in the air and go, yes, life is good, so it sort of failed because it didn't have that bit. Not saying that they couldn't put that, they can't rework, and or try and think of that sort of concept for their next songs. Hopefully, when people listen to what we're saying about critiquing their songs, that, that they listen to what we say but they don't have to do what we say. You know, it's not like we are the people who can turn their songs into hits. But if they're clever and their antennas are up, they'll listen to what everyone says and go, oh, okay, maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll do something. Or maybe respectfully, no, I don't agree. I'm going to carry on doing it the way I've done it.
And never have a hit. Oh, well. And
No.
Saint.
Yeah, there's some good elements in there. I like the dark groove of the chorus, but it needs a lift. I mean, it reminded me of my Underworld mates, and if it was that sort of record, then fine. I think my biggest problem is once again an identity and trying to be something it's not. I have a big thing about rap, and if it's honest and it's straight out of Compton, fine, because that's where it was. But doing an accent or delivering it in a way you think people want it delivered isn't an identity as an artist for me. I think you've got to be honest to what you are. You know, UK rap and grime is very UK and it's very grime. You know, it's sort of the thing, an American accent kind of. I can understand it if he's Dutch, but I would rework it. I would rework it. There's something in there. Also, I don't like that reverb effect, and rap doesn't work sounding like it's in the toilet. It needs to be in your face if it's in your face.
Many people who live and maybe go to, as I did at one part of my life, you go to the All-American school, whether you're Dutch, but Singaporean, whatever, and it's quite difficult, can be difficult to avoid growing up with an American accent or having a British-speaking but American accent in those instances. So it could well be that it's not piled on.
Oh, sure. And a lot of people sing in an American accent, you know. I think you just got to, it's almost looking in front of the mirror. You just got to train yourself and go, who am I? What do I want to sound like? Do I want to sound like everyone else or do I want to be me? Okay.
All right. And now I have to say that rap is not really, it's not one of my genres. But having said all of that, there are some rap songs that work really well because of that fantastic, the lift that you get in a very melodic chorus, which is something that Barry was talking about earlier on. And in fact, Steve as well. You do need that kind of lift, I think. And it didn't have it. There we go. Not for me anyway.
Well, if you imagine, you know, what I loved was how Jay-Z took the New York song by Alicia Keys and completely squared out and flattened all the verses. So there was no melody in the verse. No. Alicia Keys' song is very flowery during the verse. And when the chorus comes on Alicia Keys' version, it's good, but you don't get that feeling as you do when you hear Jay-Z's flattened version of the verse, and then you go into the chorus. It's glorious.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about context.
Yes.
You know, how you put one thing next to another thing.